welcome back to another episode of Valheim. Being here at my base, I have to get used to where I actually am, because I was running two characters basically on the same world, and right now this character, which was supposed to be my main, is actually lagging a lot compared to my other character. The other character is currently somewhere over here in Ashland. This one hasn't even defeated bone mass yet. It is something I will do at some point, but that means there are two crypts I have to deal with, and I want to do that first because I need to upgrade my weapons. In particular, shield or my buckler and the mace and later the sword. I need to get a better bow, and well, foods are okay. So that's one thing I need to work with. Another thing I noticed, and that's actually kind of funny, this base is most likely better suited for the entire game I'm planning as the one in the other game, although I may run into a problem here when it comes to device I can build after defeating Mother, or as some call her, Moeder, which in some of the Scandinavian languages actually means mother. And seeing the description, that may be right. So I may have enough room partially over here, but I will have to add 2 more workstations, which will eventually, just a second. There was my recording sneeze. Eventually I may end up with building them over here, this area, which means portal hub, portal will be. Maybe I just put that one around the corner, we'll see. So there are some plans coming up. The third thing I will run into is the area itself. Because I'm playing the same map with 2 different characters as 2 different worlds, so the same map seed as 2 different game worlds. I know my other character has a base something around here which is more suited, but I've learned in the past weeks that having a base at the plains is even more beneficial, and the main reason for that, and that means I have to go up again, is that you can farm all crops in the plains. So currently I'm only doing the turnips and carrots. At some point in mountain I will get another crop, and eventually when I'm at the plains I get 2 more crops, one for food, one for other things. So with all of that in mind, I may have to set up a little farm area over there. And like I said, in plains I can do all the crops. So 2 plains crops, the ones from the mountain, the turnips and the carrots. So I have actually been considering, shouldn't I move? It's too dangerous right now, that's for sure, but shouldn't I move? Shouldn't I leave this area as it is and maybe keep this as a base and completely rebuild everything from scratch on the new base? I'm not sure yet. I'm going to admit that I'm not sure yet. But there is a possibility that at some point I'm being like, you know what? I've got this opportunity. I know now that I can grow all my crops at the same base. So, you know what? Let's move it out. If I do, I will probably have to do some things offline. And the reason for that is number 3. Since Ashland has been released, and it's in general located in more or less this area of the map, but since it has been released, not only Ashlands changed, every connection of the Ashlands to previous biomes has been removed, turned into sea, and they set up some other things. Thing is, they also did, no, like that, they also did it for this area, the deep north. And as a result, and that's the complicated part, as a result, several of the boss locations close to this border, basically that area, well, let's say this area, between those two lines most likely, that line and that line, those locations have moved too. And the previous game I did with the other character, I discovered at some point that the queen was not at the location where it was supposed to be. So I had to look all over. I had to find a signpost, a Vecvizir. I hope I pronounce it in the right way, but it's basically a pointer, a road sign pointer or something like that, showing where the direction of the boss is. And you have to look for that, and it took me quite a while before I actually got there. So that wasn't the fun part. I eventually managed. Just wasn't the fun part. Let's see, serpent stew, no. Soup. I'm going to use those for now, because I don't want to use this, I want to cook. How does it do this? I think I need carrots for it. Turnips. Let's see. Turnips, boar meat. Sausages is boar meat and pesto, okay. And entrails, of course. I need the blood bags. I need pesto. Let's see what we can cook today. Sausages, okay. So that's enough for sausages. Turnips too. Need 5. So I'm going to do what I've been doing in the previous episodes. other as getting some food. That's going back into the swamp. Going back into the swamp and oh honey. Collect iron, lots of iron. Because like I said, I will need it. And something I also noticed, completely forgot about it, and I'm not going to change it right now, but with the other character I had porcelain metals turned on at some point. And that also happens in this game right now. So I have to keep that in mind. Because the moment I carry iron with me and the portal, okay, I'll show you what happens. It's a simple thing, but it's actually not the way I wanted to play the game. But it's useful, I admit that. All of this is done. I really need to get used to things. Empty. Oh, I did that last episode, I guess. Nightfall. Let's have some sleep. Here we are, back again. Need a hoe? I need a hoe, so I have to check. I still need to deal with a couple of abominations. Yeah, I got plenty of stuff. So, I'm so used to the other character right now. I mean, that one defeated the 6th boss. Is absolute bitch. There's no other word for this. It's really a fight I hate. Next fight, Bomas, is the first. Well, no, not the first. I can better rephrase that. You could split up Valheim in 3 different difficulties. There's the tutorial area, which is I'm still in, kinda explaining how things work when it comes to crafting, fighting, and that. The very first boss is the easiest one, especially if you're more experienced. The second one, the Elder, which is actually summoned right above us, is more complicated. The third one, being Bomas, is the one which is actually starting to give us some headache because he's able to summon spawns, minions. So you have to deal with him, and you have to deal with him fast. Because if you don't, you get overwhelmed. And on top of that, I might as well keep the door open. On top of that, you also need to deal with the spawns, because if you don't, again, you get overwhelmed. So that's part 1. 3 bosses, increasing difficulty, and the end boss having summons, making it a little bit harder. The next area starts in the mountains. That's when we have to deal with Mudder, followed by Yakluth, which is the heart actually. And eventually we get a boss monster called the Queen. And just like in the previous first 3 fights in the previous biome, she's going to spawn millions. Except those minions are going to be there a lot. Awful lot. Let's harvest all this stuff up here. Because I can certainly use it at some point. And you really need to deal with her. One of the things you need to do with those monsters, what you can do is using some area of effect attacks. And you got some nice weapons for that. One of them is actually already available up here. It's not really useful yet for the next biomes, but it certainly will be at some point when you want to deal with special quests from one of the NPCs we encounter. And it will be very useful. Well, in the mountains it will be useful too when we will going to explore some caves. So that's the good part. But that weapon is such a pain. No, it's not a pain of use. It's very useful, but the Queen fight is really such a pain because of those spawns that at some point you'd be like, oh my god, should I just eat her? There are some tricks, and I will certainly start using as many tricks as I know. Using that weapon I just mentioned, we can start creating already. Yeah, I should start creating already. Let's see. Maybe I should. Because I don't have the resources. Have the resources. So let's just craft some of the items. Where do I here? Drop off. So that weapon I'm able to do is the ooze bomb. It's a ranged weapon, and I wasn't really in favor of using it at first because when looking at it I was like, barely blocks, barely does damage, 5 not. It does have another effect, and that other effect is that it actually is doing a lot of poison damage. So it's a weapon with an area of effect. And because of that, it's an excellent weapon to use in narrow areas. Like tunnels, dungeons, towers, things like that. I won't use it yet, I won't even bring it with me. time being. At some point, I will start to use it. You'll see that it's actually quite devastating when used at the right time, the right spot. Certainly, it's the right monsters. And I mean, really useful. It's making it possible for me to put it. I know how to put it, I just can't get it out of my mouth. Okay, let's imagine. I don't need that. Let's imagine there's something standing behind the doors. You know, if I open it, that whatever is behind the door, it will immediately attack me. Even if I'm, for instance, ready with a shield and a mace, I may have to block it. But if I'm able to use the ooze bomb, I will turn off the mace and have the ooze bomb. Throw the ooze bomb simply at the gate, switch to the mace and wait. And the only thing I see are damage sticks. And at some point I see the poof when something explodes. Because it's dead, and at that point you can safely open the door and enter that hallway with the rest, which is already damaged. So the advantage of the ooze bombs is that they also work partially anyways through walls, gates, doors, things like that. That's the good thing. That's absolute a good thing. Because the area of effect is softening up my enemies, making it a lot easier for me to deal with them. In particular, harder monsters. The disadvantage, of course, don't get that much blocking fighting skills. But is it, if you ask me if it's worth it, absolutely is. I've seen that with my other character. It absolutely is. It will encounter monsters you don't want to see. At least you don't want to engage when there are other ones nearby. You're able to soften them up. It isn't always working the way it should. And it took me, some monsters, it took me multiples, really multiple bombs in that company. Not sure if I'm able to kill it. Yeah, I am. It took me multiple ooze bombs to even soften that monster up enough to make it easy for me to deal with it. One hit and I lost a lot of my health. That one. So it certainly isn't easy, but it helps. It helps so much. I don't like that thing. show you why. See? Like I said before, it's very easy to know when you're going to fight an abomination if you know how to recognize them. I really want that abomination because I need the root. It's dropping, so where did it? Ah, there it is. That's the crypt with the bed area at the back. If I want to go up there, I have to try. No. Nah. Where did it go? No. Really? Should you get closer? I remember I did a game called Sacred 2 recording. Those who follow me, no, sorry, not Sacred 2, but Sacred Underworld. And in there we had those Sakara priests yelling, "Burn in the fire of damnation." That's basically what I'm doing with this abomination right now. Absolutely have the wrong kind of food in this fight as well. Won't take long. Oop. And down he goes. With 15 or so arrows, but that root and duck, especially that root, is very useful. Don't need stones for now. Five roots. That may be enough for an upgrade of my next part. The armor. Not sure, but it's maybe. that's true. We had a drover, a lead waiting for us. Well, he got stuck. We got 2 entrails. I also believe, yeah, thought so. There was another drover nearby. And this one was. There's a muddy scrap pile blocking that area with entrails, so what the heck? I blocked. Oh, of course, I'd be stupid. I'd be stupid because I use 2 different weapons. I have my shield at 3 instead of 2, and I'm so used to my old setup where I had my mace at 1, shield at 2. So instead of blocking, I actually removed my mace and blocked with my fists. That's not healthy. Now I need to get troll outfit. It's very likely I won't even be able to bring everything back. Get better food, or at least get food. There's a stamina, 45, and the serpents too. This works. Not bring anything else. Good cold. Okay, so it's night. In that case, I'll sleep it over. Time for revenge. Current score, Monsters 1. I got 3. See, 1, 2, 3 Droger and... no, Monsters 1, I got 4. I'm a very angry dwarf right now. Or Viking. Because I lost 5% of all my skills. And for some skills I don't see that as a problem. Other skills I do. Can't even take out that blob right now. And I'm aware 5% of skill may not mean that much, but given your experience points to get the skill up are increasing every time you partially lucky. Still can pick up 2 things. Okay. Basically, I kinda have to do a gung-ho. Meaning, I have to run in. Like that said, jump in, kill the Droger and that pal. Kill the Droger and that body pile, destroy the body pile and happy. That's not going to be easy. Because the bastards like to shoot at me too. But in the end, I win. And now it's time to check how much we have left. 2 points. Okay, coins. I can bring the ruby. Leave the with boat for a bit. Wait. So the room is a dead end, that's for sure. So that was a very short exploration trip. So let's move back to base. Hopefully I'm able to upgrade my gear and go back and start exploring more of this area. Because after all, that's what I'm here for. Yeah, and I know, you guys got the lucky. You guys got lucky, you guys got witnessed the death of my character after the 200 days. So sensational, etc., etc. To me, like I said, setback isn't nice. But I will overcome. There's plenty of opportunity to raise my skill, and there's plenty of opportunity to die again. Don't have any iron. Okay. So glad I got all of this. At home. No need to repair the stuff before drop it back. Unique boots. Hey, where's my hammer? Ah, there. Because I was thinking I am able to do an armor stand. Pine woods. Let's see if I have the ingredients for it. 2 leather scraps. Somewhere. So that's 4 leather scraps. 8 nails. I don't have nails. Okay. End of the exercise. It's a shame, because with the armor stand I could actually put my armor and weapons on, which means the moment something happens like we just had happening, I can simply run to an armor stand and immediately pick everything up. All these weapons could be put on an armor stand and clothing too. Even more. That's actually more important. That clothing. 6. Let's see what I need. Because it makes it so much easier for me. 10 ancient bark. 10. Great. Root harness, root leggings, root mask. I have 6. Need 2. Okay, that leaves 4. Harness first because of one of the things being hit the most. 2 left. Mask. Next upgrade will take some time. But first ones I'm going to do next are the leggings, and after that again the mark, but I need to kill 2 abominations with that. So that may take a while. Still better protected as I used to be. And in particular the harness is so important. So let's see. I need to upgrade my bronze stuff. And we can go back. Maybe I'm able to mine some iron today. Maybe. If I am, I'll use a teleporter like, wait a second, silver, skull, flame metal, black metal, copper, tin, iron. So silly. Forge, nails. That's plenty. Iron. Iron, that is scraps. And ironwood, hammer. I got my hammer. That is, we'll immediately start picking up these things. 1, 2, 3. I need it in numbers anyway. Shield, club, and I leave 4 and I need 5, so The other one will be done later. Patrol. Now I said I wanted to turn this into my armory. I think it's even too small, but first one is leather. Now watch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's what it looks like. So, 1. Next. I put it in front of the window, not here. It's all outfit and everything related to it, with the exception of cape, because I will need to use the cape. So we're going to use the wood shields. Paint axe. Okay. Trousers, shirt. Later, I will okay. One next. I'll show you why. Because I had an idea. Don't know it yet, but you'll see. Besides, isn't this more fun as simply going into a dungeon and mining? Yeah, I know, you guys rather see me get killed. No, not gonna happen. Still not done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Eventually I can also put the cape on it. I won't do that yet. Like I said, I'm going to need that thing. I just start to use my brain. Change. I didn't have to run back and forth all the time. Drop this one. This is 5. Take the big bags with me. Drop off pine wood. That also means I have to start looking for birch trees again. It's also night again. Number 5. That's So this is what my plan is going to be. At some point I will start adding the heavy armor as well, but that depends at the resources I have. And especially bronze armor is pretty resource heavy, so that gives me the option to mine it. But I also know that in a later biome I'm actually able to get bronze and iron from a different source. So I will, not bronze, copper. So I will see what happens, but I will set up at some point some sort of armory. With the heavy armor I will probably start over here, working together or put next to each other, which in general means that I'm currently wearing good armor, but after the troll armor stand, oh yeah, I can do that. Next to the troll armor, the next stand will be having the bronze, good armor, iron, and so on. Thing is, I will use pieces of some armor, especially that of swamp and later mountains, in a combination while exploring another area. So yeah, there are things to do to beautify. That also means if I do that over here, I won't set up a base in the plains area. Because the more I set up over here, the more I have to build later and the more I have to move. Even with portals or a longship, it's still quite a lot that needs to be moved. So I may instead set up a small plains area where I only do some basic farming for those crops and that's it. Not too hard, because I did that in other games and in general the only thing I did was conquering a tower, cultivate the area around it, place a workbench and a chest, keep the cultivator in the chest, keep a basic amount of resources in that chest, and set up a farm, farmed what I needed and at some point done. On this map I actually haven't even done that much in the other game, because I've been raiding so many villages, which is quite fun actually, but I've been raiding so many villages and getting so many resources from raiding those villages that I barely had to farm. I hope that's going to happen in this game as well. It's going to be really funny to show that off. But I will need a better bow for that. And for a better bow I will need iron. And considering I already built, there's a blob. It ran away. Considering I've already built, wait, there's two blobs. Great, so that's extra ooze. There's also something else hunting over here. Yeah, Roger. Two of them. Never mind. I completely lost what I was talking about. Well, we got ooze. Yeah, I was talking about the item stand. Considering I've already built them because I did have iron over there. Hey! You piece of rotten meat. You wanna fight? Done. There's a leech. Well, buggers, I just wanted to... Gotcha. I just want to get to that dungeon. Yeah, I was talking about the resources from plates. Well, that's a long way ahead. But considering the amount of goodies I was able to get in the other game from raiding a village, there may not be that much need to do farming. Which, in a way, is nice. Because some people think farming in this game is really grinding. But it also means there's some less time to relax every once in a while. So, yeah, well, it happens. There's ancient bug in there. That's it. So we got one iron, maybe two iron out of that pile, and that's it. Rails. Yeah, because I built the other one. Is something behind this? I guess a drawback. Question is, what kind of drawback? I don't see him yet. There's a blob. Fighting blobs with bow is usually not really a good idea, though it does work. So there wasn't a Draugr, it was only the blob. Well. Yes, scrap iron in that one tiny piece of. This game works in mysterious ways. And I hear buzzing. It also means we'll encounter at least one Draugr. There's one. The Draugrs. that one spawned pretty fast. Or there was a third nearby. Now we got 2 archers. This is a little bit too much. But we got the Droger Elite, then that's nice. Except it's once again Archer. I want to take out that bone pile. I can't do that as long as Droger Elites are hitting me. Another Elite. Elites needs to be dealt with using the bow. Hopefully I will get... No, I won't. Just a little bit of patience. Just a little bit to deal with that elite. Bow wielder, I think it is. Yeah. %, certain I am. Ah, come on! I am hitting the bloody thing. Why doesn't it show the damage numbers? Got you. Now stop spawning the damn archers. The hell? So we got 6 archers right now, including this is exactly why what makes goosebumps so freaking useful. Finally, a normal one. Give me that elite. Thank you. No, not you. Got you. Finally, got it both. Whew. Okay. Take me 2 health pots. Let's put my light on again. They take me 2 health pots. And I got the bucket. We're doing right hand exploring. Oh, we have a gate. Oh, 47 carrying capacity left. Too much? Really? Okay. Okay. Fortunately, we have this nice chest up here. So let's see. I need to drop something. I want to keep the iron. So it's 2 kilograms. 450. Let's see. I don't know what time of the day it is. We're in a swamp, so it's pretty hard to figure out what time of the day it is anyway. I do know I'm running in the wrong direction. It's night. Which means that I better prepare for a night fight. I really need to remove those trees, blocking my way a bit too much. Right, we got out safe. No wraith, so that's the good thing. And it's either becoming morning or not that close to nightfall after all. Like I said, I'm going to transport this through portal. It's the only metal I will actually do. With it, oh, it wasn't in this setting. I thought the settings were all over the game, or I have set it back, but well, it is working. Longboat is 18, so this is going to be 10. We finish this dungeon. We finish that dungeon. And we finish this dungeon. I will end up with at least 10 stacks of iron, probably even more. A longboat is 18, so I may actually find another swamp at some point and mine over there to fill up the entire longboat with iron. It certainly would give me close to enough what I need. And with all of that and the time and the fact that something starts to rumble, as it's way past the time for me, I will start storing all the stuff. Yeah. At some point I'm going to have fun because of this. Isn't it boat? Wait a minute, I had with it, right? Yeah, right. Get myself a health potion though. bed. I have only 1 stamina. No, 2 poison resistance. Okay. It's more than enough for the rest of the game. But that won't happen right now. Right now we're going to bed. And with that done, I'll call it a day. So, thanks for watching. I do hope you've been enjoying it. I did, although, yeah, that death wasn't nice, but it's a bit of my own my own fault, so I have to live with it. Eventually, I lost skills. Eventually, it will go up all again. So, it won't be that bad. The ones that hurt the most are actually the sneak and those 3. But as said, it will go up again. Pickaxes will become my number 1 pretty soon anyway. So, trophies, this is all what we got. I still miss a few in this area. That'll get better. Don't need him. So, all in all, yes, I did enjoy it. We got a nice load of iron out. We got killed several Drogo elites, which are basically the hardest enemies in that area, especially considering one of them was a 1-star. So we had the abomination. So am I happy? Yes, I'm happy. And like I said, I hope you've been enjoying it too. So I also hope to see you next week. Have a good week. Goodbye.